Good morning, everyone. We're going to be starting in about 2 or 3 minutes. Thanks. We're live streaming this on YouTube, so it's kind of,
what's that?
we're live streaming this on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
So only on our team and other
Mm-hmm.
parts of the company
Cool.
can watch it, which is neat.
Oh, it's on the third floor. That's tea, I think.
Well, more treats. Huh? How you doing, Lisa? Good to see you. Yeah.
I want to say it's going to be spot right there. One of the windows. I had the right right there. We need to get one.
I should try this. I'm a tea person more than I am.
Okay. And you carve it hard for you very quickly.
You look so cute. I love that scarf. Did you just get it?
Yeah.
At the 3M store? Are you kidding me?
Right when you get to the third floor door, open the door, and it's the second door on the right hand side. I want to say it's.
I know, I love it.
Sorry.
Hi, everybody. Just so you know, we're going to be doing some interactive stuff today. So I have my cell phone. So if you have questions and you want to text me with questions, I think everybody has my cell phone number, but go ahead. You've got your paper and pen handy. It's 612-964-4714. Again, that's 612-964-4714. So we're going to get going in just a second here.
4714.
Yep.
12.
What's your name? Jamie, I just want to put it so you can see the future.
Oh, Jake has the volume on
Her number is what? 692.
Where did Jake go? Okay, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. Jake and I want to welcome everybody who is joining us via the live stream. And we want to welcome everybody that's here. We have brand new people who just got started this week. We're super, super excited. It's been an amazing week of growth for our team. I'm going to start off this morning. Some things that just really have been laid on my heart. Like I have major pages here of notes, but I'm not going to share them all. Vision. You know, vision is for what? It's for seeing ahead, right? Our vision is not for our past. It's for our future. Jake, can you turn the volume down on the computer? Thank you. And guys, you know, we need to have vision for where we're going. How many people have written goals for what they want to do in the business?
Does half of it work?
Okay, so we have like, I don't know, 12 or 13 people in the room, and 2 people raised their hands. And I appreciate your honesty for those who did not raise your hands, but I can tell you this. If you want to have growth in your group, you have got to have written goals. One of the goals that Jake and I have is that we have 1,000 people on our team by the end of this month.
Whoa.
And we are on target for that to happen. We are very focused about where we're going. We have written goals that we are just like this. Some of you have heard me speak about this in the past, but one of my favorite verses in the Bible is Habakkuk 2, 2 and 3. And it says, then the Lord replied, write down the vision, write down your goals, write it on tablets in large block letters that the one who reads it may run. So when you're on the run and stuff starts happening, it helps you to get focused, to get back to where you're supposed to be. For the vision awaits an appointed time. It speaks of the end and it will not prove false. So give yourself time to grow. Rome wasn't built in a day. There are people that God intends to bless because of you. And God has people here on earth so we can help each other and encourage each other and bless each other. And you got to step out and take action. God's anointing requires cooperation. What you don't recognize, you can't cooperate with. I met a gal in the driver's license bureau. She was getting an ID for her daughter. And so I started talking to her about her prior business. And had I not taken that action, where God was putting me in a spot to cooperate with what he wanted for us, Lisa, I called her. I'm in Walmart with Jake shopping for our daughter for college. Lisa, it's Jane. I need your credit card number. Jake and I are at Walmart. It had been a while since we had seen each other. We were in another business years and years ago. And she goes, I'd gotten divorced and remarried. And she goes, I have 2 questions for you. What's the name of the business and who is Jake? But you know what? She gave me her credit card number to get started. And so when you take action, God's going to bless that. I'm telling you. It is time for you guys to have a new birth. It's time. People want this so much. They want the results of what can happen so much, but it's going to require some effort and some work. You need to come and be prepared to receive today. Jake has prepared an amazing training. We're going to have Jan Lyshu share on prospecting, cold calling. She's had some great results. Let's see. How many people get up in the morning and say, I'm going to work today? Or they think it? Most all of us. Well, what you say is what you get. I'm going to work today. So you do the actions that are needed to go to work, right? So that's what you need to start speaking. Today, I'm going to talk to 3 people. Because you've planted that seed in your mind. You've set the expectation for yourself. So you want to be able to go ahead and be prepared to do that. Declare what you see. We declared we would have 1,000 people on our team. Now, the 1,000 people on our team aren't all 1,000 on our personal team. We have a very huge left leg. And so, but our right leg is growing like crazy. We've added 5 people in the last week to our team. And
we meaning the people on the team.
Yes, not Jake and me personally, but from follow-up that people have done, right? It's exciting. And so, let's see. Okay, so how many people have pictures of things that they'd like or would like to do up where they can see it every day? Okay, I'd say more than half. So, Carol, what are some of the things you want?
Well, there's a big, beautiful cabin alongside of a river.
Okay, Teresa?
Time freedom.
Time and freedom. Jan?
retirement from my job.
Oh, yeah, because your honey's home full
Yes,
time,
he
right? We have somebody else that's just getting started with us who has the same thing. Her husband is going to retire in 10 years, and she's going to retire in 20 years. And she said, I don't want to wait 20 years. I want to retire when he retires. You know, because, I mean, I love spending time with Jake. It's like every day when I think about my day, it's like, okay, I have to spend 4 hours today with John Cheetah, the realtor that I work with. And I'm thinking, oh, I'd really rather be with Jake.
Now, Jane, this is being recorded. So
It's okay.
Yeah.
John knows how I feel. And it's a blessing because I have a really great relationship with the realtor that I work with. So it's good. And I'm just going to finish up really quick with this. Negativity. Guys, you cannot allow it in your life. You can't allow negative people in your life. You can't allow negative words to be spoken out of your mouth, because what you're thinking about is what you're going to say. And these are some of the biggest resources for me. I remember I was in Amway 25 years ago, and our upline Diamond walked up to me and she goes, honey, I don't want to offend you or hurt your feelings, but you need to read this book.
That's a good one.
It's called Hung by the Tongue. I'm just going to say, I was tipped when she gave me the book, because I'm like, what are you talking about? Why? I'm fine. I don't need to read that book. Well, I needed to read the book. The next one, and I just had to laugh. I told Jake this last night when I was pulling these out. How to Win Friends and Influence People. I was at a pharmacy yesterday picking up a prescription for one of our kids. And the woman in the pharmacy, I'm like, dear Lord, if I had a copy of that book, I would have left it for her. She was, I mean, just not very nice to the person that she was helping. But this book will help you tremendously. You know, and Jake he got it on CD, and so we've listened to it, and, you know, we've listened to it with our kids in the car, so they're hearing it. So really, really great resource. The Magic of Thinking Big. Do you think that leaders in the Bible times had small thinking?
No.
Yeah, no. Jake and I don't have small thinking, and we don't want anybody else in this room to have small thinking. Think big things. You know, we have Madison here. Madison's been around network marketing pretty much her whole entire life. You know, and she's heard a lot of great positive things, and she's had an awesome opportunity. Expose your kids to these thoughts, because trust me, they hear what you're doing. Right, Madison? Isn't it the truth? Og Mandino, A Better Way to Live. A really great resource. He has so many amazing books that are out. So it's OGMANDINO. So this is a really good one. And then John Maxwell. Everyone communicates, but few connect. You know, I can say to somebody that I've just met the first time, hey, what do you do? Oh, I work as a business analyst at Valspar Paints. Oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from China. Oh, does all your family live in China? Well, my mom and dad are there, but I have some siblings here in the U.S. Oh my gosh, how long have you been here? I've been here for 18 years. So what do you do at Valspar? Form, family, occupation, recreation, and a message. I can find out so much about stuff. My kids are like, Mom, seriously, will you shut up? You know, I mean, it's kind of funny, but I want to know about people. You know, I want to know what they need. And I had an opportunity with Jan to meet with two gals that she had shown the business to, but they weren't in yet. And it was frustrating because I'm like, Jan, they should be in. They have questions they haven't had answered yet. So if you shared strips with somebody and you followed up and they like them, but they're not in yet, you need to get back together with them and ask them, what did I miss? You still have some unanswered questions. And we got those questions answered, and one of them is in and the other one's getting in. So, you know, we're just super duper excited. And the very last thing I'm going to share is alignment. If you aren't in alignment with your spiritual relationship, with your relationships with your family and friends, your relationships are never going to succeed. And so Jake and I are in alignment. We were preparing for our Wednesday night team call this week. And he was sitting at the dining room table, and he had his computer on, and I was sitting on the back side of the table, and I said, you know what, I feel like we really need to talk about momentum. And he goes, did you just look at my computer? You know, Jake and I are in alignment with each other. It's kind of scary a little bit, but one of the things that Ron Williams, our CEO, says, your professional skills will never surpass your personal development. Guys, we're here today, and you're here today to be equipped to go out and be able to build a huge business. We're not here for social hour. We had that before. Now it's time to get down to business. You know, we want everybody to have success, and we want everybody to be able to feel like when they leave here today, when you've moved away from your desk at home, that you're equipped to go out and make a difference and put your business together. So I'm done sharing what I need to share. Jake, do you want to come up, and then we'll have Jan come up?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Well, thank you everybody for coming today. This is the coldest Valentine's Day in 70 years. I was reading in the paper. So happy Valentine's Day, everybody. So, and Jane, thanks for breakfast, and everybody else who brought stuff. It was fabulous this morning. I mean, those of you watching online, I wish you could have been here. It was great, but it's phenomenal. Couple of things about the business. You know, we're always dealing with human nature, you know, and it goes both ways. Human nature is great, and then sometimes human nature isn't so great. I'm going to talk about some things here that drive me nuts. I gave some strips to some people. Now, I know we're supposed to be positive, but has anybody else had this? You gave someone some strips. They were in real pain, sciatic pain. Now, I had sciatic pain a year ago, so I would have crawled on my hands and knees for anything that would help my pain. So this woman was in sciatic pain. I gave her a call, and she says, I haven't tried the strip yet. They're like, what? You haven't tried the strip? You know, I mean, it's human nature. And you know, Jane is really good at getting people to put on the strip on someone, you know, or put it on live, put it right on their body. But I was not going to put a strip on this woman's hip. You know, I mean, that's not going to do. But, you know, I'm still looking for a good strategy. And if anyone has any ideas, I'd love to hear it. Like how to get someone to put the strip, because I said, no, please try it. Tell me you'll try it, and I'll call you in a few days. And she said she would. But I'm just amazed at, you know, here there's a side, not all people, but there's a certain subset of people that even though they get something good, they're not going to try it. And I don't know if we just let that go, or, you know, anybody have any ideas about that? I don't have an answer other than.
One of the things I guess I would suggest is, especially if you're on the phone, just say, okay, well, so while we're on the phone, let's go step by step, and you put it on, and
Ooh.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah, I like that.
idea.
Did everybody hear that? Jake, do you want to repeat that?
Yeah, Steele had a very good idea. It was like, while you're on the phone, walk them through how to put the strip on. I mean, it should be self-evident, but at least then they're kind of engaged with the idea of putting the strip on, and they'll put it on.
Have them do it while you're.
Yeah, while you're on the phone. Yeah, I like that idea. I think that's a great idea, because, you know, it's all in the follow-up, and Jane's right. You know, I mean, we went to this meeting on a week ago, Thursday. It was the Chinese. We're always looking for opportunities to meet people. You know, and some of them are a bust, some of them are great. So we went to this. It was a Chinese New Year. We went to this meeting because all these people from China are there. You know, we met 3 or 4 potential contacts. And then Jane is meeting with one of them on Monday. So that's phenomenal. So keep your eyes open. You know, you don't have to do expensive things. This thing was like just a few bucks to attend, and it was just a great opportunity. So the first thing I want to talk about is Facebook. And here's the thing about Jane and I. We're doing this in real time. We're growing a business, you know, with you all in front, you know, completely transparent. It's not like, you know, we're way at the top and we're telling everybody how to do it. We're learning it along the way, and we're excited about working with everybody here and seeing your success. So these are some pointers on Facebook. I've been doing research on Facebook, and actually, if you want to pass these around, And, you know, and the big training that I'm doing is at 11:15, so it's coming up a little later on. But this is just like things I've been studying on how to make your Facebook presence a little more attractive. You know, you want to have it that people feel like they want to get to know you and that they want to, these glasses work? Okay. So, yeah. Well, we got all
We
these.
have unisexual readers in our house.
Yeah, well, you know, then she'll tell me those are too feminine, but I don't, I mean, we paid $1 for them at the dollar store for crying out loud, so I mean, yeah. But then we'll be out in public.
I love them.
Yeah. I'll be out in public, she goes, what'd you bring those for? Yeah. It was great because we're in the dollar store, and I'm buying like 8 pairs of readers, and this little kid's behind me is like probably 6th grade, and he says, wow, all those glasses. He says, yep, one for every room in the house. And I thought it was really cool because I realized we kind of expanded his thinking a little bit. Like, wow, you could be rich enough to buy 8 pairs of glasses at the dollar store. So it was a lot of fun.
Oh my
You know, so. Okay, so getting to Facebook. Yeah. So, you know, that's what we run into all the time. So, okay, Facebook pointers. Well, first of all, your profile picture. It should be just you. Now, this is a kind of a compilation of other people. So if you have your picture on there, now it could be with your spouse too, but I mean, don't have it like with a group of 6 or 7 people at the beach or something like that, or in a bar. You know, just have, so people know right away who you are when they see the picture. It should be obvious, but I've had it. I go on a Facebook page and I wonder, well, who's this? Which one of these people is the person? You know, then you got to go through other pictures, and you know, because we're just all curious, what does the person look like? You know, so you know, then your banner picture, and that's the top one. And I used to put like the company logo up there, and then I was reading, and it makes sense. Well, if you do that, and you know, we're really proud of the company, but you're only going to attract other people in your company. You know, if you put a lifestyle picture, now I've got a 70 Barracuda. I had a 70 Barracuda back in 75. It was a lot of fun, you know, and this car is identical to what I own. And, you know, it attracts other people. I've gotten comments, cool car and stuff. It's not my car, but I mean, I just put a picture of a car like that because I like classic cars, you know, and I like other things like that. But, you know, it's really what?
I said, you like any car?
Yeah, I like a lot of cars, yeah. I'm a car guy, so. Okay, so, you know, put something up there that reflects your lifestyle. Like maybe you're on the beach, or, you know, your cabin, or, you know, something you like to do, or the Twin Stadium, or, you know, something that might open a conversation with somebody else. Don't just put the FGX logo. You know, and I mean, I love FGX, and I had that logo up there, but it didn't create any interest because right away people wonder what's going on. So, all right, and then, you know, inside the inner workings of Facebook, you can put down your website. You know, it's kind of about you. It's kind of buried in there, but just kind of play around. And you can put your FGX website on there. That's a good thing to do because then people can go and check it out on their terms and on their time. So you're not forcing it on them. So, and I just put the website on in the last week on my page. I didn't even know you could do that. But anybody who's kind of checking you out, they can go to that website then, and you know, your replicated website, and then just see what's good. So, okay. Now about you, you can write a little quote about yourself on there. I wrote this, and you know, you can certainly put something else on, but it's to the effect that I'm helping people create a new future with conquering pain, both physical and financial. Message me for a free sample of the FGX FDA-listed Class 1 medical device, the Power Strip. I'd love to get your opinion. So I just put that on there because, you know, if someone's going through it, then they kind of know a little more what I'm about. But I'm not plastering that in the comments of what I'm doing every time, you know, I mean, because it just, you know, we used to do that. And I talked to Andre, our immediate upline, when he was at his previous company too. He put something every 15 minutes about the product. You got to try this, got to try our energy drink, got to try our shake, got to try our juice, whatever it was. And he says, you know how many people I got in off that over the years? Even though he's a black diamond or a multimillionaire, 0. He got nobody in. So the best, and Jane's getting really good at this, you know, just getting a conversation going with somebody, talking to them, and then getting to the point where they want to hear the message. And we've really grown in this respect. We used to think We had to get people in on the first meeting. We had to get everybody hammered in right away. And I'm going to talk more about that at 11:15, because I mean, it was just like the whole thrust of where we were at and the way we were trained before was, you know, get them right away. And I'm just so confident about this product working. You know, it gets back to Eric Warres, who is GoPro. He has this whole generic training system for people in the MLM business. His thing is, it takes, you know, 6 to 8 touches or 4 to 8 touches, meaning contacts with people before they get in. And that's really a more human way of working with people rather than putting the screws to them and then they run away and they never want to talk to you again, you know? So, and that's very true. Like on Facebook, hey, how you doing, blah, blah, you know, just open a conversation. You know, the first several times, don't even bring up about the power strips, you know, and then just say, hey, do you know anybody in pain or whatever? I got this power strip, really works good for me, or whatever your testimony is, if it's someone in your family or whatever. But it's just, you know, think of how real life is, and that's how it should be on Facebook. Because you wouldn't just, you know, if you beat someone up in real life, they're never going to talk to you. So, okay, getting back to it. So what you post, now this is like if you're really into this, you know, 85 to 90% should be content of value. And what would that be? Like pictures of your life, you know, positive quotes, inspirational things, you know, humor. I mean, the things when people see a post of yours, they're going to go, wow, oh, that's cool. You know, like a good example is Micro Center. It's a business. But they have every day, they will post something that's like a comic or a cartoon related to the computer business or shopping for electronics or, you know, just something funny, you know, and then once a week they'll have their sale. And it's like, well, so when the Micro Center thing comes up, I'll always look at it because it's not, you know, because I like electronics and computers and stuff. But my point is, it's not every time, hey, come in, get 30% off, blah, blah, blah. You know, it's like, wow, it's kind of funny, you know, thing, like, you know, I don't know, Santa Claus at a USB or whatever, you know, just silly things like that, but it makes you laugh. Videos, you know, of general interest, you know, the personal updates, not related to your business. You know, like, hey, you know, kids came back from college or whatever the heck you're writing in there. Now, 10 to 15% should be about your FGX business. So what you do is you just like, you know, kind of keep track. You know, like, well, I've done a number of posts. I'm going to say, hey, you know, I'm using these power strips that really help my pain, or, you know, my spouse, blah, 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 whatever it is, you know, or talk, you know, post things that are going on, like the call-ins, like our call, or, you know, Jenny's call or Andre's call. I mean, there's a lot of great calls that you can post on there, but, you know, just do it once in a while. Hey, you want to hear more about this product? Call it, and, you know, maybe they will, maybe they won't, but you're not like pushing people into it. So it's a little more of a soft sell, because I think that's a way to build it long term rather than get this big thing going and it all falls apart. Because I've been in this business now almost 5 years, and I've seen how people have built their businesses. And I think the people that really had a humane approach and really got to know people, they've lasted. And the people that just really want to crank it up and really want to get the people in and sold the whole thing on how much money you could make, you know, they peaked and then they kind of went away. It's interesting to see it. You know, I've been watching, I know Lisa's seen a lot of people come and go too. And, you know, this is a business where it's really a people business. And if you're building, you know, there's a lot of great rewards. I mean, Jane and I are making pretty good money now. But the thing is, yeah, we're doing it for the money, but we do it because we enjoy it. You know, I mean, I make a lot of money in my painting business too. I mean, over the years with my painting business, I made millions of dollars. But I'm getting to the point where I want to move on to something else, because I love doing painting and commercial work. But, you know, this is like so much easier. So anyhow, getting back to it, you know, and then, yeah, team pictures of the team or something like, hey, you know, I had this super training session, you know, with Jake and Jane or whatever. Product info, you know, maybe something on the marine phytoplankton or the beauty strips. The webinars, we don't really do too many webinars in this company, but, you know, sometimes there's stuff on the internet. And then, oh yeah, curiosity producing posts, you know, like end your post with a question. There's this guy who's on my news feed. He's a city councilman here. And he's brilliant. He has nothing to do with the business or anything. And, you know, I'm going to talk to him about it soon again because I've been trying to meet with him. He's a great guy. But almost every one of his posts ends with a question. And it's so simple. It's just the simplest device, but man, it generates all this talk. Like, what do you think about blah, 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 the potholes? Or what do you think about should the city do it? I mean, everybody's got an opinion, everybody's giving their opinion, But if he just spouts off with like, yeah, we need to do this and this and this, people would say anything. So end with a question. What do you think about health and wellness? Or what do you think about, what works for you for joint pain? Or what kind of pains, are you concerned about? End with a question. You're going to get more responses. It's so simple, yet almost nobody does it. Everybody just states their opinion, and then it just sits there. So, okay. And then your contact info. Like I said, have your personal FGX website on there. And, your email address. I don't know if I'd put my phone on Facebook because, I don't know, I'm going through a Craigslist thing now because I have my painting business on Craigslist. And I can tell, I renew the ad every 2 days. And within an hour of my ad being renewed, I get so many spam calls. And they're all recorded, and it's like, you've been approved for a $250,000 loan, or it's like I answer every call because I don't know if people call out of state.
It could be business.
Yeah, right. People call out of state because they need something painted, or it might be a chain or something like that. So, okay, well, that's it on the Facebook pointers. I'd like to turn it over to Jan now. Oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a suggestion. If you're gonna, what I have considered doing, because I don't like to put out my personal telephone number.
Sure.
Is get a separate telephone, one of those cheaper ones where you.
Like a no contract
where
or
you
something,
can,
yeah.
right, and you don't get a lot of minutes. And whenever you post anything, say, leave a message and I'll get back with you.
Oh, okay.
And then the ones that are valid.
Then you just
then
call
get
your own?
back. Yeah.
Okay, that's a great idea.
Because
Yeah.
then all you have to do is call the voicemail for that phone, and you never actually have to use it.
Oh, you don't have to carry the phone around.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a good idea. Did everybody hear that? In case people can't hear it online. Steele came up with the idea that, getting a second phone, a cheap, no contract phone, and just using that for voicemail, then if it's legit, calling back on your own phone. That way you don't have to carry the second phone around, and you don't have to use a lot of minutes on it. So that's pretty good. That's good. All righty, great.
Should we have Jan come up now?
Yep.
So Jan, do you want to tell us who you are, where you're from, and a little bit about how you got started with FGX?
Sure. I'm Jan Leitchu, and I live in Frigley, in the suburb of Minneapolis, Minnesota. And I got introduced to the power strips by a dear friend, Carol, who knew that I had lots of pains with my knees and with arthritis and all these things. And so she gave me a sample, and I put them on the next day. Didn't put them on right away. I don't know why.
We were at the lake.
Yeah. But anyways, I put them on, one on my shoulder and then one on my worst knee. And I was at work, and I don't know, it was probably about an hour later, all of a sudden I realized when I went to go up to the overhead in my office, and I go, I just reached up to my overhead. I couldn't believe it without hurt and pain. And then I thought, oh, my knee is feeling better too. So it's like, wow, this can't be. And, but anyways, I went to work for 48 hours, and then I decided I'm going to put it to the test, and I'm not going to wear it for a couple of days because this really can't be working this well. And then over the next few days, the pains were coming back. I thought, okay, let's put another patch on the same areas, and it worked. And it was like, wow, because I can't take Advil anymore, and I really needed something for this pain relief because it was quite uncomfortable. So I was sold right there. I thought I'm getting in, but really I just wanted just to get in for the wholesale reason until I learned more about this awesome company and the awesome opportunity. And so I started dabbling a little bit with building a team and building the business. But now I'm full committed. I need to be able to retire from my job and join my husband with some good time freedom, and now that he's retired. So that's a little bit about me. But before I go on to what I wanted to talk about here today, I wanted to go a little bit more on the Facebook thing, and I don't know if this will work, but I don't know if any of you who are friends with me saw the post that I made this morning. It is a picture that I got from Frederick George. I don't know if you made it, Frederick, or not, but I loved it, and it was so appropriate. But it was the FG Express heart cut, and it says "Happy Day" with a red background. And so this morning, I posted sharing the love of this amazing product for natural pain relief. Feel free to share your testimony of using the power strips by posting a comment here, and then private message me and my website, etc. So I'm hoping that many of you will go on here and share your story.
Yeah, that's great.
That's excellent, yeah.
And now this is my question to maybe more knowledgeable Facebook people. After there's a bunch of comments on here of people sharing their testimonies, if you take and share that to your page, will all those comments pull forward? Darn it.
It's just the post.
Okay.
The comments don't share.
Well, darn. I was kind of hoping that.
You can go under comments and you can see other people's comments.
But not if you went to your page and you share it to your page, you wouldn't be able to see the comments that I
I have a suggestion though.
Yeah?
You can, especially if you have it on your phone, you can screen capture
Okay.
and post that.
There you go. So if there's certain ones that you would like to capture on your page, like, oh my gosh, Susie, look at this. It really helped for this. And it would be helpful for you.
So do you want people to post to your page? Is your idea to have it posted to your page?
Well, that's what I'm hoping for my friends to see.
So here's an idea, ask people, instead of commenting, ask them to go to your page. If you're my friend, please go to my page and post your results that you've had using FG Express power strips.
Instead of posting it in the comments here. But that's still, this will get on my page. The comments here will be, what I was hoping it would be a tool for anybody else to be able to take the comments that people post on my page to share so people can, without having to replicate, that situation. But, okay, that was my little sideline thought. But anyway, so what I am going to be talking about today is the FG Express moments of opportunity. What I think is so awesome about this business opportunity, network marketing as a whole, but especially with our products, it's an easy thing to do, just to be working while you're in your natural day-to-day living. So anytime you're going someplace, there's always opportunities. You just need to be observant and look for that person that's limping, or that person that's getting up and trying to stretch out his back, or the winces on their face. You can tell when somebody's in pain, even if they're not limping. So just kind of start becoming observant of that, and then take the opportunity to hopefully talk to them. Then the other thing that you need to think about is people's different professions. Are they in the construction business, the carpet laying business, plumbers, anybody that wears and tears on their body. Then there's the office people who are sitting all day. They're doing, the mouse work and all of this. There's so many different people that you can just, think about helping. And then use it in your daily life. So like, for example, well, first I have to say that talking to people that I didn't know about this was really outside of my comfort zone. But Jane and Teresa, gosh, sorry about that. Pretty dead. We went to an event, and Jane says, Teresa, you go talk to that person. Jen, you should really go talk to that person. Teresa and I went, oh! And Jane went off and just talked away. It was like, wow, she makes it look so easy. Well, we didn't do so well. And then with the three of us, Jane started talking, and then we kind of engaged in somebody, and it just kind of started clicking, watching and listening to Jane. It was just, wow, it's so easy. And all it is engaging in conversation, you know, so you want to be happy. You want to carry a smile, very important things, and then talk to people. Jane is great at that, and I'm starting to get a little better at that. My husband Dan and I, we were down in Fort Lauderdale for the regional meeting, January 17th, I believe it was, and we did a lot of cold prospecting down there. We had just huge opportunities, and we had a lot of fun with it, and got a lot of prospects. And in the end, if all we get out of it is that we practiced and we learned, we got better, we learned and we practiced, and just got more and more comfortable with it. And we would go to the little bar in the restaurant for a cocktail in the evening or an hors d'oeuvre or something like that, and whoever we were sitting by, we just engaged. You're in a vacation situation, so it's a lot easier, I think, you know, just to start engaging with people, and where are you from, and what do you do? And the first night, it was this really wonderful elderly lady who more and more people just kind of kept coming and joining the group. We kept pulling our table away and allowing their group to get bigger and bigger. And talked to her a lot, and her daughter, and a couple other girls about the power strips, and gave out some samples. But what's really cool about that connection was that they all had kids or granddaughters that were in the play Lion King that was showing in Fort Lauderdale. And so they were doing karaoke on the weekend there, and so they were having fun doing that. But it was just a neat way to connect with them, and I've got 3 contacts that I'm following up with on those, just from those ladies, and it's just, you know, exciting. Or otherwise, a guy came in who was a physical trainer, and started talking to him, and we were talking about the singing, and I said, so what do you do, or where are you from? Oh, we're just from Northern Florida. We just came down for a staycation. Oh, okay. Well, so what do you do? I'm a personal trainer. I said, you are? Oh, I bet you have a lot of people that have aches and pains coming. Oh my gosh, yes. I got this amazing product that I've been introduced to, that it's amazing. It works great. If I gave you a sample, would you go put one on?
If I would, you.
Yes. And he says, well, yeah. I says, well, where's your pain? He goes, well, mine is in my lower back. I says, okay. Take this strip, go put it on, and talk to him about an hour later. How's it feeling? It's feeling pretty darn good. You know, I says, well, here's my card. What's your number? And jotted it down, and so I've been following up with him. Especially when we just had the call about the personal trainer. It was one of the calls lately, and so I sent him another text. I said, oh, listen to this phone call. It's good until such and such a time. This is you, and this is what you can have, you know, with this business opportunity. I think the funnest one was going down to the beach, and we met the beach and pool manager down there, and they're busy out there. You know, they got their huts, and everything's inside the huts, and they've got their chairs all stacked up, and every morning they have to lug them out and lay them all out, organizing the beach. Then they have to bring out the cushions, then they have to bring out the umbrellas, and at night they have to lug them all back in. And we watched them, and him and his group, and I says, man, your back must be hurting. He goes, it really is, you know. And so we put a patch on his back, and it helped him. The next day I says, hey, how's that going? He goes, oh, it rolled off, but it's really hurting again. And what's really bad, I was in a car accident. We were rear-ended last night, so now my back is really hurting, and my wife's neck is hurting. So we put another strip on him, so he was good for the day. He took one home for his wife. The next day we came back. Did it help your wife? Yes. How's it for you? It's great. So big business opportunity there. And he was a manager, and I just complimented the heck out of him about how good of a job he was doing out on the beach, making everybody's stay so pleasant. And that his management skills of getting everybody to coordinate and work, I says, you do such an awesome job. Just think of how easy this job would be, you know, and you could give your family some additional income. He goes, well, I think my wife, she's more into this and has more time. I says, awesome. So we're communicating back and forth together. So just, it takes several touches sometimes, and
6 to 8, right?
6 to 8. And it's rare to find that person that I was. I keep looking for that person who says, this works, I'm in. You know, I keep waiting for that to happen. I'd love to find that other person like me.
There's a lot of people out there
I'd like
like
to find a
that.
few more too.
Yeah.
We all would. And, you know, that brings up a good point, Jan, because so many in this room said yes right away. But Hugo and Andrea, I had several conversations with Hugo starting months and months ago. Gave him a strip, and you know what? He lost it. And then, I don't know if he ever found it again or not, but they helped Andrea. And so he had conversations with quite a few people about these strips. It was 6 to 8 touches over 4 or 5 months. So there's still a few people who say yes right away. Many people in this room I had conversations with for a long time. Teresa, boom. Lisa, boom. I mean, Lisa was the very first person that we got started in this, you know. She's, we're like sisters from another mother, you know. And so don't be frustrated, though, and don't give up, because you got to remember timing is everything, and it's so important to just stay in touch.
Absolutely. Now I've been, you know, sending texts, the FGX family app with the videos, sending them additional videos, different information, and I'll stay with them. You know, we definitely would love to build a business down in Fort Lauderdale, let me tell you, especially when we're thinking about retiring in Florida for a couple months in the winter. It'd be awesome to have a team down there. So, but another great place to, you know, do this is when you're out at a restaurant. Your server, you know, hi, how you doing, and start getting a personal interaction and get to know them a little bit, you know, rather than just being people there to eat whatever and demand. Besides, you're going to get great service. You start talking with them like that. But then when the time is right, early on, you can say, boy, you're so busy tonight. I bet your feet hurt when you're done working. Oh my gosh, yes, they're killing me already. Oh, you know, I've got this product. If you have a second, would you be able to go sneak away and put these half a strip of power strips in the bottom of your feet and see how it does for you? Yeah, I can do that. Okay, here. Cut them in half or rip them in half and say, here, go do it. And then you let me know when you've got them on. She'll come back and she'll say, got them on. Okay, let me know. She goes, oh my gosh, they're feeling better. They're feeling better. You know, so just things like that. Try to get them, huh?
The barber. Remember when I got my hair cut?
Oh yeah, the barber.
Yeah. They're on their feet all day.
Yeah, they're on their feet all day. And he didn't think to ask it. He's learning though.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Their shoulders too, because they are like this.
Who said? I didn't hear?
A hairdresser
Hairdresser.
or a barber.
Yep.
Their arms are like this all day long, so right
Yeah.
here.
Yep, absolutely. So, I mean, there's just so many opportunities just in the normal day of living. And I'm excited. Dan came down to Fort Lauderdale to the regional meeting and just really was a tag along. And I had hopes that he would kind of see what I was seeing a little bit more intimately, and he did. And so it's pretty exciting.
Can we put you on the spot for a second? Would you mind sharing how your experience in Fort Lauderdale?
I could.
Come on up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of was watching me from aside and kind of, yeah, I should probably mention this to somebody and this and that. But he has a whole new passion now.
Well, just hearing the leadership and, you know, yeah, they all motivate. They're there to motivate. But the message I got, just their philosophy and vision about the company and how they treat people just blew me away. And having retired from the corporate world where I was just sick of going to my job, I'm like, wow, this is how I wanted to be treated when I worked. So I couldn't help but wait after the meeting to talk to Ron and just say, I just absolutely love your vision, how you treat people. I said, if every company treated people like you do, they would all be successful. And he goes, thank you. I'll take that as a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
So they blew me away on how they treat people.
Yeah.
And encourage you because they want you to grow and get better. So I was just blown away. Couldn't believe it. So it sucked me right in. I'm still kind of her right-hand man. I don't do Facebook. I don't know if I really want to do Facebook, but I'm getting better at what she's gotten better at talking with people. Even the bartender, she said, business opportunity. What have you got? And then the rest is easy. The rest is super easy. So.
It's awesome to see your excitement.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you were never like, about the business.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, oh God, okay, the meeting is going to be 4 hours, and I can stomach 4 hours, you know, if we're going to spend 4 days in Florida. Well, I walked to there just on a cloud. So,
Yeah,
very cool. So and somebody in the meeting said, you can't overemphasize how important it is to get people to regional meetings like that. Because it does blow you away. You walk out of there just going, oh my God.
You want a piece of that, you know?
Yep.
It's
You want them to feel like me. Tag along me. You want them to feel like I felt when I walked out.
Tag along.
There you go.
Yeah, thank you, Dan.
You bet.
So just, you know, some other people I just wanted to, in closing, some other people that I talked to was housekeeping. I put a power strip in an envelope and wrote a little note and said, thank you for keeping the room so nice and clean. And if you have any aches or pains, blah, 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 left a little bit of information. Help yourself to this as a gift from me to you and use it on your pains and let me know how you feel. If you don't have any pains, give it to somebody you want to, or just leave it here, whichever you'd like to do. And she wrote me a very nice note. I talked to her the next day and she's pretty excited. So that's another person, you know, I'm still trying to follow up with. So there is just, we went to a beach store, talked to the person who was working. We just talked, hey, are you interested in a business opportunity? You know anybody? Oh, what do you got? You know, so you just kind of talk about it and you just never know who's going to say yes. What is, there was, I'm trying to think of who it is, Rick Bassel.
Mm-hmm.
His line is, you just talk to lots of people and some say yes. And that is really the very, very, very truth on that. And on another one that someone else quoted down there that I liked, if you will do today what other people won't, so you can do tomorrow what other people can't. So that was, I'm trying to think, Hager. Brad Hager that quoted that. And so it was just, you know, really to stop and think, what did that say? So if I will do today what Karen over there won't, so I can do tomorrow what now she won't be able to do, because I'm taking the steps to better and to improve and to build something better for our family and for me personally. For they won't have that opportunity because they didn't take these steps. So I thought that was a very interesting point to bring forward. Any questions on coal prospecting? Have fun with it. It's scary at first, but you know, if you're going someplace where you don't know anybody, who the heck cares? You know, just practice. That's what was great with vacation is, you know, I may never see these people again unless they say yes, and then whoo-hoo, you know. But if they don't, so I screw up, you know, or oh, we walked away and go, yeah, we probably shouldn't have said that, or oh, probably should have said it in a different way. Well, you know, that's how you learn, is by making mistakes and repetitive. Just like we say with the power strip, sometimes it needs to be used repetitively to get your relief. Well, same thing with this. You have to do it repetitively to get better and to get comfortable. And that's where you need to get. And it's fun. It's really fun. So, yeah. Thanks for letting me talk.
Thank you so much, Jan and Dan. It's been really fun. It was fun watching Jake and I were in Mexico when these guys were down in Fort Lauderdale, and it was fun watching their posts because you could see Dan getting really excited, and you could tell by Jan's post that he was getting really excited. And so I'm thinking almost everybody in this room, at least 90%, are going to be in Las Vegas with us in May. And if you have not made reservations yet or gotten your tickets yet, we can help you with that. But what's that?
New promos.
Yeah, there are new promos coming up. You guys make sure you're on the conference call this week. Jeff Graham has some really big announcements to make.
It's on emails.
What's that?
They sent an email.
Oh, they did. I have not been on my emails. Teresa says I sent an email, so then check your email. What did they say, Teresa?
If you register for the conference, they'll put your name in for a drawing for $500 gift shopping at the event, and they're also giving away, and that'll be for two different people will win that. And then if you register in the hotel, book your rooms at the hotel, they're giving away to 2 different people your room.
Nice.
For the 3 nights. So
awesome. All right, so check your email for that. Jeff is going to have a conference call this week tonight. You're going to want to make sure you're on that because there's going to be details about a new promotion for new pin levels that is going to be huge. We're excited about that. Does anybody have any questions? I've gotten no texts from anybody, so if anybody has any questions, do you have any questions?
Yeah, about the, how do you tell somebody the difference, and somebody asked you the difference between the power strips and like Bengay?
Okay, great question. Did you guys hear that? The difference between power strips and Bengay. Bengay is a topical cream that you put on. It has different ingredients, and so you'd have to look at the ingredients. You'd have to pick up a tube of Bengay and read the ingredients. But we have an all-natural patch. The top layer has germanium, and germanium does not let your body's heat escape past, okay? So the Korean red ginseng that's been fermented and the capsaicin that's in the patch is going to gently heat up that area where the patch is. The germanium doesn't allow your body heat to escape past that. So it's going to make your blood vessels larger, which allows more blood flow and more oxygen to help with the inflammation. And so with Bengay, there's no germanium, so the body's heat is just going to escape. Plus, it smells really yummy, right? But that's a really good question, Lisa. You know, so familiarize yourself with, you know, the different capsaicin patches that are out there. I don't know, has anybody ever used one of the patches? Because I had some lower back. I bet you have, Andrea.
I've used everything.
Yeah.
I've used Pain Terminator.
Okay.
but it smells like Bengay, so you announce yourself when you walk in the room.
Mhm.
And you can't keep it on your skin for more than 24 hours.
And I found that those things cover it by burning you. They
Right.
don't really relieve the pain. It's just that you notice the burning and smell more.
Right, and you can kind of like
Right.
think that helps,
Right, but it
it
doesn't.
Yeah, no.
Whereas this one, you use it and you are so surprised, like you said, you realize for a second, I just moved where I usually can't move.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that? You know,
Right.
it just, you just feel that the working, it's not a burn, it's just, you feel that relief. It's just.
Right.
Yeah.
Are they shower-proof? Are they waterproof? Okay, because I mean, this is the
Well,
first
don't
one
get
I've
them
ever
too
been to, and
wet or
I have a
they'll
lot of
slide
questions
off.
to ask.
We can cover those
Really
later.
sticky
Yep.
situation too financially.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
And there was a
so-
question here when the call is with Jeff Graham.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna read it off so everybody can write it down. It's Tuesday, February 17, 7 o'clock Mountain Time, which would be 8 o'clock our time. And the phone number is 425-440-5100. The PIN number is 655117, and then the pound sign.
And so if you didn't get that, that information with a picture of Jeff Graham is on our Team United page. I posted that.
Was that up?
Yep.
Okay.
So that, just scroll down, and you can find the information about that call with the phone number. There's also a website you can log into if you're on your computer. So make sure you're on that. Did you have a question, Seal?
I do. I've had, people ask if the, solar strips if it's organic.
It is.
Okay.
Yep. So the question was, are solar strips organic? They are organic. Everything that FG Express has, Ron Williams has a huge passion for things being organic, GMO-free. You know, you're not going to see preservatives and all that kind of garbage in our stuff. So that's pretty amazing. Really quick, the one thing, if you guys have not been to TribeHub, TRIBEHUB.org, that's our team webpage that Andre and Penny Walton have put together. There are phone calls listed on there. You have to scroll all the way down almost to the bottom of the page. The calls that Jake and I promote religiously are Jenny and Tony Lesby's Sunday night call. And then they have a Tuesday night call. That call is specifically designed for the brand new people. It talks about the product. Jenny does a great job. She's a registered nurse from Indianapolis. That was the very first call that Jake and I listened to when we got started with this, and we were blown away. And then our Wednesday night team calls, and then the Saturday morning calls at 11:30 our time. So today, Jake and I are going to be kind of tag teaming because we're going to be on that call with Andre. If you're watching from, you know, virtual land, listen to the replay later on. Don't get off of what Jake is teaching today, because we need you guys to take this information that Jake is going to teach and put it to use and make huge things happen. Jake, do you have anything? I think we're going to take a break for a minute.
No, yeah, I'm good. Yeah. Want to take a 5-minute break?
Yeah,
or-
let's take a 5-minute break, you guys. Everybody get up, go to the bathroom quick, grab something to eat, grab some coffee, and we'll come back in 5 minutes, okay?
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of questions.
No.
Well, Rachel's
Okay, no, thanks for doing it. Yeah, so that's a great deal.
Yeah.
All the time.
I remember one time that you take a
Really?
I work in Plymouth though.
See, actually, I take the daytime, for the nighttime, I rarely take the daytime. No, I'm saying, yeah, I got like, because the only time I take the daytime.
Is that still there?
No.
The lady that I talked to.
Do you get free shipping? Order at your Spencer and Cutting Back and free shipping.
Are you kidding me?
I'll call Monday, because she barely
Yes,
speaks
yes.
English. I tell you, I've never had a call like that.
So what are they doing, like?
Time and money invested in it.
Well, we're live, so let's not.
Yeah, they have a call center.
I know.
Okay.
He said no, but I'm not accepting.
Let's see.
Oh.
Don't leave any snippets on the couch for the dogs.
Oh,
Really cool.
too much coffee or too much water?
We're gonna go tonight, but I don't know. I don't know you are. You know, the means.
I grew up, yeah, they live.
We're actually going up to Circle Pines, because Chad's got a robotics thing. So he's already there, but they haven't even done it.
That's what was right.
It was good though, I had some stuff I needed to do, but I had everything ready to go.
But they went to outdoor school. And then they moved. They moved.
I gotta figure out, I have to figure out cooking with. They get a lot younger.
They lived
Right,
Perfect. Because of the gluten being out.
So I think I need to add more. I think I need to add.
Sugar.
You know that. Yeah.
I think he's older than me.
One of our kids had a lot of trouble.
I had asked for her name.
Yeah, Sure. Yeah, I did it, and it was, she was wanting to get everything. Grandma did it.
I was surprised. you were
Yeah, we got stuff for you guys. Well, I'm gonna give Mark this. Well, thank you very much. Wow, this is really sweet. Wow, this is really cute. This little flip thing. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
And I don't need this one.
It doesn't really have much of a taste. You put it on your tongue and it dissolves. It just melts away.
There's a flavor to it.
So we'll see how that
It's not like a powdered sugar. It's like
Yeah, it's like almost a peppermint or something.
There's a peppermint.
Yeah, but it's not strong. We're talking about the solar strip.
Yeah, you're right, a little bit of mint. There's a coffee.
A little bit of lemon, a little bit of mint. There's water.
Yeah, well, thank you. I had my packing paper.
Good. Are you on a 3-pack deal?
That's okay.
Yeah, we are too.
That's okay.
That's a great deal.
I was so confused, like, left that place, I just couldn't believe it. I just couldn't believe it.
And that's why. We already know we made a mistake.
Oh, that's good.
I don't know what happened.
They're you know, they're good by trailer park. I
Yeah,
know.
they were very, very good. About trying to figure out. That's why I thought I did that wrong. It's like, no, we already.
No, I had that too, because I actually changed the route shift to the pre-pack. Well, you kind of got to really make sure that you confirm it and all
I've
that.
got to send them a message on that, because they should probably know what
To back you up.
they should have the video like the legal device envelope, and it moved around so much, and everything was kind of.
Everything was happening.
I mean, the product was so fine, you could open down and break it away in.
I know you're back, not all you have, but each envelope under the secure word will have this whole shift.
He was married. He was married.
Yeah, no,
Husband.
well, I tried to
You can roll them up.
So it's nice that they have that little, because I ordered to tell me what it was.
Have you ever heard of people using, the strips for carpet towels?
I'm sure they have. I haven't personally, but I'm sure they pick it up and put it on there. You know.
It's fun to hear people's testimonies on where they've used them for certain kind of things.
Yeah, the people use them with things they don't even think of, you know, like headaches.
Yeah. Well, there's a plumber guy that is gonna start Wednesday. What do we ask about? Aches and pains, and he says, no, not really, but he goes, ask me on Friday after I've been using the jackhammer in the basement for 2 days. So we'll see how he does. I mean, he's a younger guy, but still.
Well, I'm surprised, you know, I mean, I've really been blessed. I haven't had much pain in my life until the last few years, but there's so many people in their late 20s and 30s who have sports injuries or something happened or, you know, I mean, it's more people seem to have pain than not. I'm just always shocked.
Well, like you were asking about how you deal with people that don't belong. Some people, I think, they just like to complain about their pain and not do anything.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's just kind of nuts.
It's like, why?
But I am very fortunate, because I don't have much pain. I really don't. I rarely ever use pain patch because I have an needed to.
Well, that's good. Good
But,
for you.
but I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
But I'm lucky as of today. You know?
Well, my sciatic nerve, I never had a lick of back pain in my whole life, ever. You know, and it's like, or maybe once in a blue moon from, you know, but then
And
it
you
was
said, was it like your lower back or where?
it was like,
On your, kind of
it was on
like.
this side of my hip, but the pain registered all the way down my leg and my foot, and just stepping, even though it was a referred pain, it felt like I was stepping on a spike or something. Like it was a sharp pain, I was stepping on a big nail or something. You know, I almost felt kind of arrogant, like, you're these people with back pain, well, these people don't take care of themselves. That happened to me as you know. It just happened one day, this was like Thanksgiving weekend a year ago. So, and it has my back. When is this going to go away? It's like intense pain. Oh, I know. I would have, you know, went to the chiropractor and stuff, and then over a couple of weeks, the pain lessened and lessened and lessened. But it was kind of tough. I was even using, there's some crutches sitting around here from one of the kids. They weren't even the right height, so that's like even adding more.
Oh, yeah.
I had to paint some stations way the heck up in Nebraska, way on the far end. So I had crutches with me. I had both my boys with me as we're around Christmas break, and we were away in Sydney, Nebraska. And it was below zero when I picked up my lift at the storage lot. There was 70 degrees. You know, it's like by Colorado, and it's just nice. Everything just blows over. And it was perfect. And then I was finally able to walk. I remember like even going to Walmart and driving one of those carts. I never done that before. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm picking up some stuff like flip-flops and things like that.
Nothing else. This was.
Pretty crazy. Yeah.
So many people.
But yeah, it's still good to hear testimonies where people have tried them. I can't wait to introduce my next door neighbor. She has constant migraines, I think some of it's from sinuses too, but to give them a couple patches, and because, their house is closed up all year, every day. The windows never come open because of like, allergies or what have you, but I know she gets migraines. So,
Well, that would be great if that would help.
yep.
I mean, I want to, but see, even if I can't join this now.
Ask
Whether we can go
questions.
down the road, in front of the house, and my wife from my-
We're doing it very quiet. We're gonna go to, the Nadia has a new bakery. They're the winner of like, cake ones. So I'm gonna take Madison there today. Pick a couple heart-shaped pieces up and go home. Yeah, it was really lovely. Yeah, because
I could see coming down, Wisconsin side, there were
We have no way.
times where you really had to roll on it.
yeah, it was really nice. The tops of the trees were coming, so you didn't realize it was gonna be the brush down below was like just rocking. I'm like, isn't that weird that the trees were moving, but the bottom was really bizarre.
Are you going?
Alrighty, we want to get started.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, Jane, what's your Wi-Fi code?
What's that?
What's your Wi-Fi code?
INTONETS, lowercase.
Oh, lowercase.
If anybody steals our password, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah, I don't know where it is.
I know that would be amazing that
Now, first of all, before we get into this, there's a big thing coming up on the 25th. We haven't really talked about it too much. It's our meeting with Troy. Our whole team is going to be there with Troy, who's coming in, flying in special on Wednesday, the 25th at 7:30. It's at the Water Park of America Radisson Hotel. So, but here's what's great about these kind of events, the public events. People that you've been communicating with who haven't really met with you yet, invite them to this thing. I already got a couple guys who've been avoiding me, and they promised me they're going to be there. People are reticent to come to your house. You know what I mean? They're like, well, how weird is it going to be? Am I going to be stuck? But at a hotel and a public forum like that, they feel safe or they feel comfortable. So invite everybody. You know, it's going to be a great meeting to introduce Troy. You know, if you met him, he's just a terrific guy, the way he presents things. It's going to be fantastic. And, you know, it's not going to be a long meeting. We're going to try to keep it to like 45 minutes. We're not going to go on and on and on. But it's just going to be a great way to get people who otherwise might not want to meet with you or, you know, come to somebody's house. And like, yeah, it's non-threatening, you know, and I'm sure they feel like if they don't like it, they can split. But that's not going to happen because they're going to love it. Yeah.
Right. Really quick, it's gonna start at 7:30, but be there by like 10 after 7.
At the latest, yeah.
I got a question from Frank Jones in North Carolina. What is the best video to email to a prospect to introduce them to FGX?
I would say the one where, what do they call it? The one with Troy where he injures his ankle. Was it Power Strips for Pain?
It's
More than
more than just pain relief.
Yeah, more
than just pain relief. Yeah.
And Frank, if you need, I can email you different videos. So if you need me to send those to you, just send me a message and let me know, and I'll get those off to you this afternoon.
And I would say that would be different if you were using the FGX family, where you're texting somebody versus emailing somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, they might be different.
And I've messengered with Troy about getting more videos on the phone app, and he said they're working on it, but so far I haven't seen anything.
Okay.
It's okay.
Cool.
That's good.
So Frank, thanks for that question.
Yeah.
And then Jake is gonna get started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get on with Andre, and then you can tag team with me.
Well, it doesn't start till 11:30,
I know,
right?
but
Okay.
in the live and quit. So.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, this is the Tough Love training. I'm excited about this. If you want to pass these around.
And you guys, I have to tell you something, for all week this week, Jake has not slept at night very
Well,
well.
I'm just, okay.
Because he's so
Let's
excited
not
about
oversell
this.
it.
No, but it's like, I'm really proud of him, and I
Yeah.
think you guys are gonna be really excited.
How about, just let me, don't raise the
I'm
bar
sorry.
too high. Well, thanks again, everybody, for coming. This is a fantastic turnout here today, you know, and our team is just really taking off and growing, and we're committed to everybody's success. But, you know, within this training, I'm asking some questions about that, you know, hit me and, you know, probably resonate with you guys too. Well, first of all, with the whole training session thing, I just wanted to start out, you know, we're all co-creators with God. I mean, you know, God created us, but we have the power to create things ourselves. And, you know, we can choose what we create, you know, both good and evil. We can create strong relationships, loving homes, atmospheres, moods, things, businesses. You know, all of us have been given a lot of power, but most of us are not using this power to create great things. I mean, you know, and I'm talking about myself as much as anybody. You know, so are you ready to turn your business around in the next 45 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, good. Well, first of all, my premise is FGX. Were you going to ask something, or Carol? Oh, okay. FGX is a tremendously easy and simple business to do. I mean, it is so easy. You know, first of all, the product sells itself. I mean, immediately. You know, someone tries the power strip, it works. Well, you know, it does what we advertise or say it's going to do. You know, if you have another product, you know, they might have to take it for a while before they feel anything. They have to be more invested with money. I mean, this thing is fantastic. I mean, people right away, you know, and I have it, I'm a little bit like, well, I really hope it works this time. And it works almost every time for people. It's just phenomenal, you know, like for, you know, Hugo gave you those patches. And I thought, well, you know, I hope they work for her, you know, because they worked well for me. And they worked, you know, I mean, it's like, I forget, was it Rick Renner who said the patches work 100% of the time for 100% of the people? That was at the fly-in. And I thought, boy, that's a pretty bold boast. But he said too, he says, you know, not everyone's going to get relief in 20 minutes. Some people, it might take months. But they you know, they actually work that well. So I thought, wow, this is a guy, and the company's not a hype company. So for someone to say that, you know, it gives you, you know, a lot of confidence in the product. So, you know, and it's so simple to share. You know, it's portable. You know, you can have it on you all the time. That's what I love about this product. You know, now I'm talking about the power strips, you know, because that's what I lead with, because that's our best-selling thing and gets people in. You can always introduce them to the solar strips and the beauty strips and everything else later. But it's really true. You know, I mean, we were in a company before, you know, they had some great products. I love the products, but, you know, you had to worry about, you know, shakes freezing or energy drinks keeping them cold, or, you know, in the summer or the winter or whatever. It was, you know, a lot of work. And then it's just harder to do. And I love how we're sharing, not selling. Here's a good example. There's this gal, you know, I'm in the commercial painting business. She's a big manager. I do a lot of, she contracts with me to paint these facilities. And she has a very physical job at this metal recycling company. Well, I've been trying to meet up with her to give her a strip, because I know she'd like that. I mean, that's something like a gift that would help her. You know, I'm sharing the strip with her. You know, I almost caught her yesterday, and then she left early because it was Friday. She left for the weekend. But, you know, I would never go in there in a million years with a shake or an energy drink or some other thing, no matter how good it is, because it'd be like, well, why is Jake showing up with this? I mean, why is he trying to sell me this? You know, or is this I'm sharing, hey, if it works for you, I'd like to get your opinion. They work good for me. You know, it's so easy. I feel confident going in there, and it's not going to damage my other business relationship, you know, as a vendor for her company doing commercial painting. So it's just great, you know, and we're helping. We're not hassling people. I mean, that's the whole point of this product. It's so phenomenal. You know, you're not bugging people, hey, try this, you're going to lose weight with it or whatever, or, you know, this is like, hey, try it, you know, let me know how it works for you. You know, because you're only investing one strip in the person. You know, it's not that big a deal. You know, assuming it's a qualified, you know, you're not want to give them out like candy, but, you know, you want to do the right thing. So, you know, I asked myself, what's holding us back since we got such a great opportunity, and, you know, what's holding me back? Well, you know, I think today's culture that we live in, it's unfocused, you know, it's undisciplined. There's no accountability, you know, like, intellectual and physical laziness. I mean, it's just a fact, people can be, when I was a kid, people would be on someone if their yard looked like the Dickens or whatever, but now it's like, well, it's not cool to say anything bad to people or whatever, and some of it's good. I mean, we're against, all the negative stuff of making people feel lesser, but at the same time, we're not really lifting up standards in our society. And, like, people don't show, I mean, I remember this, like when I was a kid, if someone said they were showing up at church for something, they were there. Like I said, we're going to help. We're going to help, move the swing set on the playground or whatever it was. They were there. Now I started going to church, back around about the year 2000, and I volunteered, and the guy says, yeah, well, thanks for showing up. Nobody else was there. So I thought you had 10 people coming. He says, well, I noticed people, that's the church. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm, it shows how behind the times I am. I mean, people can say whatever they want, and they don't get in trouble for it. So, it's just a fact now. I mean, like, people and their accountability standards just aren't like what they used to be. We all live in this culture, And like, for example, this goes on to like the laziness thing or, just the talk thing. I mean, let's be honest. I've heard people talk, now this is throughout our business. I'm not talking about our team. I'm talking about the big picture of being at fly-ins and everything else. I've heard people talk about contacting chiropractors or other medical professionals about power strips. Yet I bet within our entire company, with thousands of distributors, no one has written a simple script and sat down for 3 hours straight cold calling chiropractors, physical trainers, sports trainers, gym owners, or whatever. Well, will you be the first? I mean, really, who's doing it? Really doing it. Eric Warrior is right. Eric Warrior is the guy I mentioned, who's the generic trainer of MLMs. It takes very little to stand up in this business. I bet you that nobody has sat down and, just for 3 hours and called all the chiropractors, and there's like how many thousands of chiropractors. Everybody say, hey, write a little script. There's examples of scripts coming up. So I believe that if someone with only average skills gave 100% to this opportunity, they would be earning a $100,000 income in 3 or 4 months full-time or 6 to 8 months part-time. And by 100% commitment, I mean having the strips on hand to build your business. So, you get one of those bigger packs and scheduling 5 to 6 appointments per day full-time or 2 to 3 part-time. Because, people want to get in when you show them now, out of 5 to 6, you probably get 1 to 2. I mean, your business would grow like crazy and then working with those people. But, very few people have that level of energy to do it. And, it's kind of funny, but then how many people don't get a sales job? Like our daughter just got hired and in sales out in Maryland. And it's like, then, boom, the taskmaster, they make you do all this or else, but for us to do it on our own, it's very, very tough to do. So, okay, solutions. Well, first of all, we all need to step forward and do something. And we need to create momentum. And momentum can be created with baby steps. Baby steps means just actually start calling people or texting people or doing stuff like that. Now, momentum is a beautiful thing because it becomes self-perpetuating. I mean, I'm kind of feeling the momentum now. I've been really doing this. I know Jan's got the momentum. I know other people in the room got the momentum going. Jane does. I mean, once you get going, you kind of, wow, I did that. Well, I got to follow up. And then you got another call, and the ball keeps rolling. You want to keep that ball rolling once you get it rolling. So once you have momentum, don't let it slip away. All right, and I believe for myself that one-on-ones are the best way to build your business. We have these weekly meetings, which are great to invite people, but nothing beats for me actually meeting someone at a coffee shop, because then you're looking in their eyes and you're just relating to them just as they are, and you're kind of feeling them out. Are they interested? What aspect are they interested in? Are they interested in the money? Are they interested in the health? Or, whatever it is. So, I used to believe, and we talked about this before, about getting a prospect in on the first meeting. And if they didn't get in, I'd be all bummed out. That's just not how people are. We got in on the first meeting, but, don't hammer people. Work with them, take your time. So, Eric Warrior says it takes 5 to 8 touches to get someone in. So have a little conversation, back off. But, you know, at your meeting, you have a reason to contact again, or if it's a phone call or whatever, or a text, well, I'll check with you in a few days, or I'll check, when's a good time to get back to you, next week, you know what I mean? Some people say, oh, I'm really busy now. Well, you know, when's a good time? You know, well, next month. Well, I got that written down. There's people I'm contacting next month. That's, you know, I'm like, I don't know, maybe they'll finally break down, I can meet them. So, you know what I mean? You gotta be persistent. So yeah, don't end the meeting without setting up another appointment. You know, somebody says, yeah, you know, I'm interested in the compensation plan. Well, they've got this great handout. You got a reason to go back, drop off the handout. I did that with this gym owner just on Thursday, you know, because they got this new one on the member resources. Hey, you know, we were talking about the compensation. I don't have an appointment. I'm just stopping by. You know, I made it really easy. It was in and out in a couple minutes. When's a good time to get back to you? Well, he said the end of next week. So, okay, you know, I'm going to be back. You know, I'm going to keep working on him because I know he's going to be interested. And then this is really cool. I was looking at his friends on Facebook. We have 2 friends in common. One of them is Michael Jordan. The other one is Becky Mays. Now, how he knows Becky Mays? Becky Mays is the doctor in our company, who's the medical doctor who talks about the marine phytoplankton and stuff. I was like, I don't know how he knows her, but now I've got a reason to talk to her. I mean, what an in, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So it's like, hey, you know, what's that all about? So I don't know if he knows her from years ago or obviously something. You know, and don't try to be an expert. You know, that's a business killer. I've read that, you know, because it's tempting to know everything. Even if you know everything, you know, refer them, hey, you should look at this video, or, you know, they got questions, look at this website, look at these, you know, whatever it is, these tools. Okay, now let's set up some appointments. Here's what we're gonna do. Let's start with texting. Now, when we did this at the GoPro meeting in Las Vegas back in November, and I was skeptical because I'm at the upper end of the age group of people who text. You know, I mean, people my age and older, you know, it's more like carrier pigeon, you know? And I gotta say, those power strips actually roll up pretty well in that little tube on that pigeon's leg. So, but, you know, seriously, you know, you gotta kind of feel like there are some people that need to be called. But I think if you're like 50 and under, most people will text now. So texting, and I was skeptical because I thought, well, you know, is it good to text? Or, you know, I normally, up to that point, I always call people. But, you know, here's the thing about calling. You know, they don't answer the phone. You know, they get the voicemail. Now, do you leave a message or do you not leave a message? You know, it's always kind of a debate. Are they going to listen? A lot of kids don't even listen to voicemail anymore. Our kids never, oh, yeah, you called. Yeah, I left your voicemail. I didn't listen to it. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, so the texting thing really works. So try it out. Okay. Now, I was skeptical. Like I said, yeah, no voicemail. And here's a cool thing too, no verbal rejection. You know, if you're like nervous about calling people, what's he gonna say? What's she gonna say? You know, you text them, you know, you don't hear back, well, you know, and that's the other thing. I always text people back right away. Other people don't text you back for 6 to 18 to 24 hours. You know, it's funny, you know, and then, yeah, sounds good. Or, you know, or text me next week or something. But I mean, people will get back to you. So, and then I use SwiftKey on my Android phone. So if you have an iPhone, they don't have this. It's a free app and it predicts your next word. So if you enter, because I don't like send a blast text to 20 people, I do it personally to each person. And
Or you can copy and forward your text.
Okay, well, you know.
Change the.
I'm closer to the carrier pigeon crowd, so anyway. So that's what I use anyway, because that next word is always there. Hey, would you like to go for a coffee? You know, it's like, whatever, it's like right there. All right, so now, so here's like a sample script. Hi, it's Jake, hope you're doing well. This is actually what I text. I'd like to buy you coffee and give you a sample and get your opinion on these FDA-listed power strips for pain. You really need to take a look at this. What day, time works for you? Look forward to seeing you again. And Jane and I wrote some other scripts that work. Hi, Sam, this is Jane. Hey, I'm super excited. I have something I've been introduced to, and I think you'd like to know about it. Do you have time to meet for coffee this week? And they say, what is it? Because that would be a natural response. An FDA-listed Class 1 medical device and bringing it to market in our area. And when I saw it, I knew you'd want to know about it. What works for you? Or, hi, it's Mary. Do you have time to meet this week for a quick cup of coffee? a friend introduced me to this really cool pain patch that's listed with the FDA. I know you have a few friends who are dealing with pain. I'd like to show it to you and get your opinion on it. What works for you to meet? Or, hi Susan, it's Fred. I'd like to go together with you this week, or get together with you this week over a cup of coffee. I would like to get your opinion on something that I'm considering to add to my long-term savings account. I value your opinion, so I'd like to share it with you. What morning works for you to meet? Okay, so now I want you guys to write your own script based on these. Take a few minutes. It doesn't have to be super eloquent, but something that you're going to text to people today in the next 15, 20 minutes. All right?
So everybody get your phones out.
Yeah. So, you know, and this is the fun part. You're just asking people to meet you for coffee or whatever. And you're going to get responses, and then you're going to have an appointment, you know? Then you're going to move forward. So start writing a script. You can, or you want to just use one of these verbatim, that's cool.
And you guys will post these on Facebook. Actually, do you want to hand it? Do we have an extra one of those sheets or no?
Yes, right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go post them on Facebook. or
Well,
on
I've got
the
it.
page.
I've got it on Google Drive. We can just copy and paste.
Okay.
I think I heard about that just a few minutes ago.
I actually have them in a Word document, so I can copy and paste them from there.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So then get out your phone and start texting people. And also, not today, but over the next week, please text people that you've been trying to get interested in this and tell them about the meeting with Troy at the Radisson, because it's honestly true. When we have these more public events, people will come out that won't come to our house. Because, you know, come to somebody's house, most people are comfortable. There's a certain group of people that, well, I don't know, how weird is it gonna be? Or, you know, I get there, can I leave? You know.
So I have a question.
Sure.
What happens when you have people that you know, but they aren't in the state? And you want to be able to introduce them?
Well, then I would, that's a very good question. If there's people that you can't physically meet with, I would say, hey, you know, I would go write the elements of the script in there about getting their curiosity, but then say, I'd like to send you a video. Do you have the FGX family app or not?
No, but I can get it.
Otherwise, yeah, you know, if you can get that, then you can just send that video to that person. And what's cool about that app, and it was written by Troy, by the way, it tells you what percentage of the video they watched.
Yes.
So, yeah, so it's kind of neat. So you can say, oh yeah, I watched the video. And you go on there, they didn't watch the video, or they watched 2 seconds of it, you know.
Right. One of the things that I wanted to point out really quick, the usage of the words, if I, will you, I'd like your opinion. That if I send you a video, will you watch it? I'd like to get your opinion.
Yeah, if I send you a script, will you wear it? You know.
Will you promise to wear it?
Yeah.
And I'll call you in 2 days to get your opinion. Everybody wants to give you their opinion,
Right.
especially women, because, you know, we like to tell people what we think.
Yeah, it's better, you know, saying you got to get in, you know.
Okay.
So, and this works, you know, and I was a little skeptical about the texting angle, but people will text you back.
And I even have pictures of us in Vegas. Eric Worre was like this close to us as we were, the entire room, there were 8,000 people sending out text messages. And how many, did he say, like 24,000 appointments were set up?
Yeah.
During that 30-minute period of time.
Yeah, because the average person got like 3.
3 appointments.
Yeah.
And Jake got like 7, didn't you?
Yep. I think I got 6, but yeah, it was just crazy, you know.
They do have the key thing for iPhone.
Oh, do they?
Nice. I just got it.
Yeah,
Oh, good.
I use that too.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, good. So it does predict, okay, because I didn't know if they had it or not.
Yep, they have.
Well, that's good to know.
And Jay, we're gonna do next week and not today.
Next week and not today, what do you mean? Oh, the call?
Yeah.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah.
Just want to get a picture, everybody text it.
It's really
Yeah. Now I'm gonna text too.
It's free on iPhone.
Isn't it on Android?
It's on Android too.
So cute.
No problem. No, no problem.
So in that FGX app, there's actually requesting appointments. They must have updated that. When you go through, you can actually request appointments right through there.
Oh, they must have just added that. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Does anybody know about the calendar in there? Is that, can you use that? Because initially I put something in there and it got deleted.
I think it goes through and automatically deletes every once in a while.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't played with the calendar of that because I use another calendar.
I initially thought that the way it was described, it was supposed to add the appointments to your regular phone calendar. And I'm not so sure that it does that.
I think there's a way to do it.
Yeah.
In the email text.
Yeah, the email, the text message that they have, one of them is, do you have time to catch up this week?
Oh.
And then the email message is, do you have time to catch up this week? Just let me know when and where and what's best. And then the other one is, 2 texts a day is a real game changer. Check out this short video.
Ah.
That's good.
Yeah, they got some good things.
Yes. Interesting.
So when you do this, FGX mobile,
Yeah,
do you put in your username or your customer number? It says your RV.
You have to register online. You have to go through the website, the,
Well, because I did the FGX one.
online,
Yeah.
the,
You have to register through a special site. Oh, okay, so I can't do it this way. Okay. All right. And I'll do that. I have to. So I have to go through FGX itself. One thing that I thought about this mobile is I thought you were supposed to be able to edit. You're supposed to be able to start with their,
You can edit right in there.
where, in here?
Yeah.
So,
So, let's see, is this what you sent or you're going
no,
to
I
send?
want, this is what I wanted to send.
Okay, and this is what came up?
Yeah.
This
Okay,
looks so different.
chose, it tells you to go. Let's go back to the beginning. Because I haven't really played with this thing like I should, but it says share. So if you share, it gives you an option to send messages.
And what I do, back up, go back to him. There, I go to the videos
Mm-hmm.
and then choose your video and hit share. And then go to current or phone
everybody's texting.
address.
Are we recording everybody texting?
I know.
I think I got an email address.
Trust me, the people that are watching,
Wendy already texted me. What are you guys texting? Send it to me.
Okay, Jane, I got a question.
okay?
I got the Facebook app. I want to put this on our team page. Not on my page.
Okay, then you click on my phone number. Then you can click on my, yeah. Then you can do next. And then you can send both. And
You
then
can't
set my
post here.
follow-up.
Just put it on your page. It'll be
Oh, I'm
good.
happy to do that. It's
Yeah.
already on there, so it should be.
Yeah, but it doesn't give you a chance to edit it.
That's odd.
Mine doesn't, that's the biggest problem I have. I sent
On the
one video
FGX.
to my brother-in-law, and it made me
Yeah.
sound like an idiot.
It just went.
It made me sound like an idiot, like I didn't know anything about my power patch.
Yeah, it shouldn't. It
Yeah.
comes up and it should allow you to.
Yeah, but it didn't.
The only time I've had that occur for me was when I just did an email and.
Yeah, the email will not allow you, but the text
But
will.
you had the text there, I think.
So I've been
Okay,
very,
so
I
here we
haven't
go.
even used the application very much, so.
So I do the share. Phone book. Here, I'll.
Well, you got that already up there. Never mind.
No, it's good to have lots of stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. I'll have your email and then just listen. So I'm gonna do next. I'll do the 24 hours.
See what's going on here.
And it should come up like this.
When doesn't it?
So then you can go in here and say, well, you know me, so I don't need to identify myself. So I just.
I
back
sent
that
3
up.
texts and one of them's
Yeah,
already
that's what I thought, is that
Yeah.
I've never.
Way to
I've never
go,
had that.
Lisa.
Okay.
It's never
Really?
been like
Good for
So
you.
that
then
new one where it says,
enter
like,
and
I
then
mean, the one,
you
they've
can go.
updated, Tori's
you can
updated some
totally
of
get
this.
rid of that whole text.
That's excellent.
Because the one email that I sent to my brother-in-law, I introduced him to the Power Patch, and I said, I'll send you a link to the video, and I used this because I wanted to remind you to check back with him. And I read the email that he got, my sister responded to it, and I read the email that he got, and it made me sound like an idiot, like I didn't know anything about my product.
Huh, yeah, the email doesn't seem to do a way to, I don't know why it doesn't, it should probably.
Yeah, the email sends immediately, but the text you can.
Okay. So maybe it's just my phone.
It could be just your phone.
I don't know. I know you're supposed to edit it.
Yeah. The emails, I think, go right away. You don't have a text with it.
Okay.
You don't get a chance. But, so I try not to do emails. I try to do just text.
Yeah, I've only done a text, I haven't done an email.
Yeah. Some people I don't have a cell phone for, so I have done the email.
I
By the
prefer to
way-
do the text.
Kelly friend requested me,
She did.
yep, and so,
Awesome.
yeah.
Maybe she did me too.
Kelly, the gal from there?
Mary's friend.
Oh,
That's cool.
good.
Mhm. Yeah, so now I'm gonna hit, so I can go blah, blah, blah.
Oops. As long as you don't go blah, blah, blah with your phone on, your
Yeah.
finger on your phone.
Oh, shut up. Which reminds me, when I enrolled Mary, it still says let's hum.
Yeah,
It does?
Yes.
yes, it
Okay, we
does.
need to call again.
Yeah,
I don't see that
it
on my
does.
page, but let's hum.
Every once in a while I get yours
You have a new last name.
crossed.
Uh-huh. So anyway, so then you can get rid of all that, blah, 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 or you can add it, but just leave that video there and then hit send.
These darn M&Ms are addictive.
I know. I held off on the chocolate till after. I was like, oh.
And I have tried putting other videos in there and a link instead of what's there, and it doesn't seem to support that.
No, but I had talked to Troy
About getting more.
about getting more, and he said it's in, they're working on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I figured they would be. Because this was just like,
Cause I said there were some videos that weren't really appropriate to some people that I wanted to censor and stuff. So,
yeah, so you can still send the emails,
Yeah.
text of those videos, just not through this.
like I said, maybe it's the way my phone set up.
Yeah, I know. Try sending just a text to me with that app.
Always backwards.
Oh, they just added something to Jake.
What's that?
Remember how I was trying to delete some of those old alerts
Yeah.
up in the corner up here?
Yeah, we were looking at that, because
Yeah,
in my phone
now-
it's different.
Now they have delete alerts.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Oh, nice.
New and read alerts, new alerts, and delete alerts. So they're coming up with some great.
That's good. Yeah, well, I know Troy's been working on this thing, and so.
So I just deleted all my alerts. I didn't really want to do that, I guess.
Shoot, it's just, you know. Now it popped up.
Okay. So,
I just sent, it was just for sending a text.
yeah, so maybe you didn't click on the email address and it was just the email and you got.
Well, you should be able to go into your sent,
Mhm.
so you'll be able to see if you sent it. I mean, if you sent the text, it'll be in your text.
Yeah,
So you should be able to look to see if you sent that in there.
yeah. Well, it's the email that I did send, it says to my brother, I think I was irritated because it was not what I expected and it didn't let me edit. Okay, that makes me feel better. Now I can send this one to,
Okay, so the new request in the FGX family is when you send saying, would you like, one of the texts are, would you like a free sample? And then you click on it and if they viewed the video, it will show you, but they also click on want a free sample and it sends it to you.
it'll show you that they want one free.
That, 'cause I don't see that.
Let me get back to the FGX. I was in my text with him. So share.
Oh, that'd be a miracle one.
Send message. Post it from phone book.
Okay.
I'll do it to my friend Mary.
Your heart thing.
Okay, so then I'll look that one, and I just want. I don't want an address, so I'm just going to do none. Next. Relief is for sample.
Oh, that's where she had that view, and that's not, that's
But
what
see,
we look
then when
like.
you send it, it allows me to go back and edit or add if I wanted to.
Okay.
So they've updated that since last month. Yeah, you can go sit. There's a plug-in behind us, you can go sit down.
I've never gone in this way.
So is your password?
See, this is good to do this, because then everybody knows a little bit of something they can share with each other.
Yes.
Yeah, how much of an app and stuff I used to learn from other people? There's no instruction manuals on anything, you know?
I really like this.
It's worth it for the, what is it, $35 a year or something? I mean,
$39?
it's cheap.
I should start using that, but I'm just sending my email.
Well, it's really nice because then when you send it, it does, there's a thing that you click on to watch the video, or you hit the button and it'll tell you what a free sample, and it'll send it immediately back to you.
So here, I put these
That's
But actually,
Isn't that so much easier?
Yes.
So,
So go into
but
share.
I think you can go down here, see?
And send
Now
message.
with this, you can go down here in the
Just do
email
from
now
phone
and
book.
can
Pick somebody
do
else.
it and edit it. I can get it. Did before. Okay, let's go. Come on.
Brandon Carter and my cousin didn't.
Okay, so then choose your phone number.
Yeah, and then next. And then here's the one that I've been using. The
No,
top
it's not
one.
letting me edit this.
And we'll say, hey, you know, send me something. And if you want to add to it, you can later. So go ahead and hit next. Or send. And then,
So after the send, you can edit it?
well, yeah, and then it'll ask me how many days, and then keep going through, and now you can edit. Just before it sends, it'll let you edit. So if
Okay,
you
so I
want
don't
to,
need to.
if you don't want to edit,
So
just
you
send.
see that? So you're here, you can't edit it here, but you can go send.
Okay, so when you
And
go,
you can go
so here's what
send
it
by
looks like.
text only. And then you can set your follow-up. Oh, it's sending.
so
No?
here's what it
Oh,
looks
here it
like, and
goes.
if they
So
click this,
now
it's
go
gonna
into
send you a
here,
note that they
here you
want
can edit
a free sample.
Okay.
See, now look at, somebody just listed, somebody just
Oh,
saw
okay.
my video. And then if
Oh, there's a
you,
video there too.
Did you ever send that to me, Carol?
and then this one's on there for 2 minutes.
So then if they click on here,
No, I don't.
then it gets to
No, I
that.
Yes.
think when it popped up, I can't.
Oh, it gets that video too. So they get the video along with.
Yep, and then the free sample. So if they wanted that, you'll get that back.
Okay, so then so you just go to send message.
You're down there. So share.
I have 2 appointments, does that count?
Yay, way to go! Woo-hoo!
I've had some people respond back to me, which is great.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
I'm almost terrified that they will respond.
Yeah.
Why?
How do I fit it in?
Okay, what if the phone number says they're too long? Do you have to
Just delete the one and the plus. That's probably the plus.
So we saw those contacts that we had, you know?
Yep.
Now maybe I think it would be good to resend those, because it's been a month.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I
then,
got those. And I didn't even get to everybody last time, so.
and then, you know, you could just say, you know, send the text with the, would you like a free sample?
Sure. Yeah, because they've really updated. That's come a long way even in a month.
Isn't it awesome?
Love it.
You know, when you send information to Troy, he really does listen to it. He's, you know,
I was surprised he responded right away.
Yeah, and you gotta remember, he's going a million directions at once.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he's got so much.
I mean, it was almost immediately when he responded. It was really,
and you know, it's
which I
hard.
thought was great. I mean,
They have 20,000 plus people on their team.
right.
Hey, baby, you want to go help Jane? That's cookie, cupcakes? You're so cool.